Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera Dr Azliza. Meeting kali ini untuk Knowledge Area 10, Project Stakeholder Management. Kami Group 3 akan membincangkan dua tugasan untuk Knowledge Area ini di mana saya telah assign kepada team member saya semalam. Jadi meeting kali ini saya akan alu-alukan team member saya untuk explain apa yang mereka dah siapkan. Okey, untuk Knowledge Area 10 ada dua task. Yang pertama, identify the stakeholders of your project using a stakeholder register. Jadi kami dah sediakan table yang ada stakeholder register berdasarkan lecture note yang kami jadikan panduan. Lepas tu kami ada masukkan juga maklumat macam kategori, level of interest dan sebagainya. Untuk task B, create the stakeholder analysis matrix yang ada maklumat berkaitan dengan importance, lepas tu macam name, role dan sebagainya. Okey, untuk table pertama ni saya assign kepada Muhammad Syami dan Iskandar untuk siapkan semalam. Jadi saya alukan Syami dulu untuk explain apa yang beliau dah siapkan ataupun dah elaborate kat sini.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Doctor and everyone. So my name is Muhammad Syami bin Shah Nizam and I will continue to explain about the stakeholders table. So as you can see, there are 9 columns starting from the stakeholders detail. There are 4 columns which is name, position, internal and external, project role and contact information. After that, there are category, level of interest, expectation and communication. So first off is Faris Najha Hashim, which is the president of the Bina Darul Aman Berhad. He is an internal, he is the project sponsor. His category is investor and has a high level of interest. His expectation of the project is clear correlation between product and project deliverables on time, delivery, measurable business KPIs. This one is Mama. Expectation of the project is for the project to be delivered on time with on budget schedule. And we communicate with each other through email and telephone. Next up is more to have a high level of interest and influence. His expectation of the project is for clear requirement and timely completion of documentation. And just like our manager, we communicate through email and telephone. And next one is Muhammad Irash Ibnu bin Omar, which also have a high level of interest and influence for the project. His expectation is clear requirement and timely sign off. And we communicate also through email and telephone. So next up, I will pass to Iskandar to continue elaborate about the form of the form.
Thank you, Syami, giving this point to me. And I will say Assalamualaikum to Doctor. My name is Iskandar. The position is a software engineer. Is the external. Of fibers is high. Responsive UI for the project, and we communicate with email and telephone. Next is Muhammad Syami bin Shah Nizam. The position as an internal. The expectation follow guidelines and the best practice as we communicate through the email and telephone. Thanks for our supplier, IE Bank, which is our supplier and internal. As project role is a supplier server, the category as supplier, the level of interest and influence is medium. For the expectation, on time, on budget, for the deliverable, we communicate with him with user telephone. And the last one is sharing up. As the position as supplier, which internal. The level of this and influence are the deliverable. We communicate with her we use the telephone. That's
Okay, aku ulang. Okay, moving on to stakeholder register. Jadi stakeholder register ni fokus kepada satu-satu organisation ataupun satu group yang projek kami telah contact ataupun telah communicate closely untuk projek ni. Jadi ni adalah list stakeholder yang dalam bentuk organisation atau group ni. Dan yang pertama sekali ialah State Government of Kedah, which is the contact person is Datuk Amar Syed Mahmud Naim, Yang Berhormat Setiausaha Negeri Kedah. Beliau mempunyai impact tinggi terhadap projek ni sebagai seorang stakeholder dan juga influence yang tinggi. Beliau punya kepentingan ni ialah revolutionizing recreational parks and incorporating modern smart technologies that modernize Kedah. Cara kami communicate ataupun berurusan dengan beliau ialah quarterly press meeting and progress report. Yang kedua ialah Bina Darul Aman Berhad, iaitu projek sponsor, satu sejenis private sector punya company yang terletak di Jitra Kedah, juga mempunyai impact yang tinggi dan influence yang tinggi. Apa yang paling penting projek ni kepada stakeholder ni ialah progress projek dan budget plan dia. So dia punya macam dia punya expectation, projek kena siap dengan allocated budget yang ditetapkan dan pada masa yang dirancang. Untuk stakeholder yang seterusnya, saya serah kepada Siraj.
Thank you, Bashir. The third one is project manager, which is Muhammad Bashir bin Zainuddin. They have a high impact and influence. And then the important of stakeholder, which is deliver the project without any errors, and it's contribute to communicate with other stakeholders to express their support in the project, and it will block the project if project manager quitting, and how to engage the project manager is by daily meeting. And the fourth one is the chief engineer, which is Iskandar Zulkarnain bin Muhammad Zubir. You have medium impact and influence. The important is manage and monitor the progress of each engineer, and then he contribute to state the requirement to engineers and make documentation. Same with Bashir, which is it will block the project if he quit the project, and the strategy of engaging the stakeholder is daily meeting. Next, I will pass to Muhammad Irash.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Siraj. Okay, next we have one of the main important role, which is the hardware engineer, which is Muhammad Irash. He has a high impact and high influence to this project. Okay, so what is important to this stakeholder? He actually lead the machine configurations, devices, and display kiosks. And how could a stakeholder contribute to this project? He actually consult and implement the hardware engineering, electronic, and electrical knowledge. And next, we have the software engineer, which is Muhammad Siraj bin Muhammad Sani. He also has a high impact and influence. Okay, so what is important to Muhammad Siraj is actually develop software for the development of the project. And how could Muhammad Siraj contribute to this project is actually implementing agile leading technical workflow. And finally, we have the architectural designer, which is Muhammad Shahmi bin Shah Nizam. He also has high impact and high influence to this project. What is important to him is actually the project
blueprints, network topology, mappings, design, proposal, and communication with other stakeholders. And how could the stakeholder contribute to the project is actually designing blueprints, making design decision, planning, architecture frameworks, and other architecture related works. And all these three could block the project by quitting it. And the strategy for engaging the stakeholder is by daily meeting. Okay, next, I'll pass back to Muhammad Bashir.
Terima kasih Irash atas penerangan stakeholder dalam stakeholder register ni. Jadi selain daripada organisation ataupun group dalam stakeholder register ni, stakeholder register juga highlight stakeholder yang berfokuskan role, macam dekat stakeholder name ni difokus pada hardware engineer, software engineer dan lain-lain. Selain itu ada juga kolom yang menyatakan how could the stakeholder block the project. Maksudnya macam mana setiap stakeholder ni boleh mencetuskan satu halangan yang membolehkan projek ni berhenti dalam progres. Saya rasa itu saja untuk knowledge area 10. Semua team member telah melakukan kerja dengan baik bersama-sama melalui group WhatsApp dan meeting. Dan semua team member telah contribute idea masing-masing dan berbincang untuk memastikan jawapan kepada dua task dalam knowledge area ini dengan betul dan tepat, berpandukan kepada lecture note, internet dan sebagainya. Sekian saja meeting untuk knowledge area 10 daripada Bulan 3. Terima kasih kepada semua team member dan terima kasih Doktor.